Happy Thursday, Year 3. Welcome to today's literacy lesson. And for today, we are going to be doing another writing lesson. So you will need your purple book for today. So if you haven't got it, hit pause on the video and go and get it. But before we do our learning, I've got my big superstar shout out to just one person today. And that one person is to Carter. Hi, Carter. Carter, you have written 5 fantastic question sentences using who, what, where, when and why. And look at how neat your presentation is. And you've got your question marks on the end of your question sentences as well. Well done to you. Okay, who's ready to warm their big brains up today? Okay, so it says here, these words use an E and an A, an E and an A. So let me write them a little bit bigger for you so you can see. An E and an A. And I want you to say these words and then to write them. So let's look at what some of the items that we have here. Oh, what is this here? What has the E sound in this picture? It's the C. Well done if you got that correct. Hit pause on the video now and see if you can say all of these pictures out loud using the E sound. Okay, let's see if you got them right, Year 3. We've got eater, we've got pot, that's a teapot. Oh, what's this one? Meat, well done. And then, oh, it can't be C again, can it, Year 3? I know what it is, it's beach. Right, so now that you said them out loud, what I want you to do is to write the words using your whiteboard and your whiteboard pen. So if you haven't got them, Year 3, hit pause on the video and go and get them. So I'm going to start on this side, and I know that my word for this picture is C, and it uses an E and an A. So this E, C. And I want you to do that for each of these pictures. Okay, off you go. Now, have a think. What were we learning about yesterday now that our brains are nice and warmed up? We were learning about the past tense, okay, the past tense, and the present tense. So have a think about what they mean. Okay, so for our learning question for Thursday, the 25th of February, let's say our learning question together using big voices. Can I identify a past or present tense sentence? So I know that this is a sentence, and identifying something means, can I see it? Okay. So we've got the past tense. So it's already happened. It happened yesterday, it happened this morning. And we've got the present tense. It is happening right now. Okay, so if you remember, we looked for something. We looked for the verb, didn't we, in the sentence to see if we could tell whether it was past and it's already happened or the present tense and it's happening right now. So remember, a verb is a doing word. Run, jump, leap. Okay. So here, I have some past and present tense sentences. And I've got 4 altogether. And I'm sure we can find out if these sentences are written in the past tense or the present tense together. So let's look at our first question. Okay. Our first sentence. Kevin walked to the shops earlier. Ooh, did that already happen? Is it in the past tense? Or is it happening right now? Is Kevin walking there right now? Now I know that I can look for my verb in my sentence. So my verb is my doing word. Is it going to be shops? No, shops isn't a doing word, that's a noun, it's a thing. Walked, that's a doing word. Okay, Kevin walked to the shops earlier. That's not happening right now, is it? That's not the present tense, so what is it? It's the past tense, it's already happened. And I know that by looking at my verb there, walked. Year 3, what do you notice about this word here? What does walked end in, my verb? It ends in ed. And that's usually a big clue to tell you that it has already happened. Okay. Let's look at sentence number 2. Okay. Dad is cooking dinner for me. Dad is cooking dinner for me. Oh, I'm not sure whether that was the past tense or the present tense. So I'm going to look for my verb. What is my doing word? Cooking. My dad is cooking. Okay, so my dad is cooking dinner for me. I'm sure that's happening right now. My dad is cooking for me, because if it was in the past tense, it would say, my dad cooked dinner for me. Okay, so that one is the present tense. So we've got past tense and present, because my dad is doing it right now for me. Okay, so now you've got a challenge. I want you to hit pause on the video, and you are going to have a go at telling me if these sentences are the past tense or in the present tense, okay? You can write past or present on your whiteboards, or you can tell whoever is at home, or just keep it in your head. Okay, so hit pause on the video now. Okay, I hope you've had a go at then, year 3. So let's look at number 3 quickly together. Charlie solved the puzzle. My verb is solved because he solved something. And what does my verb end in? Ed. So what does that mean? It happened in the past tense. It's already happened. Okay, number 4. Lola is playing on her iPad. What is my verb in that sentence? Lola is playing on her iPad. It's playing. Lola is playing on her iPad. Is she doing that right now in the present? Or has she already played on her iPad? She is doing it now. Now she is playing. So that is the what? The present tense. Well done if you got all of those correct. Well done, year 3, for completing your learning there, because the past and present tense is a very difficult thing to understand. So I think you are doing really well. Okay, so what you need now is your purple book, your pencil, and if you have one at home, you will also need your ruler. Okay, so if you haven't got a ruler, try to find something clean and straight at home by asking somebody at home if there is something like a book or even a nice clean whiteboard to use to draw your lines. Okay, so we are going to write our date and some titles. So watch carefully what I do, and you can hit pause at any moment on this video, okay, so that you can copy off Miss Morgan. So I'm going to write my date in my neatest handwriting. Thursday, and I know that it's spelt with a th sound. Thursday, the 25th, so a 2 and a 5 of February. And it's spelt like February. And I'm going to underline that so it's nice and neat. And then your next step, you're going to write 2 titles for me, as neat as you can. Okay, but before that, we're going to use our ruler or whatever you've got at home. And we're going to split our page into 2. Okay, so look, for about halfway down to your page, that is in the middle of your page. And I'm going to put my ruler in the middle so that my 2 sides are the same size. And I'm going to draw a nice neat line from my second line down to the middle of my book. Can you see that, year 3? A nice neat line. And on this side, I'm going to write past, past. And this side, I am going to write present, present. Present. Okay. And if you are extra neat, you can underline those titles as well, or ask somebody at home to help you. Okay, so it should look something like this. Now remember, I said to Carter at the beginning of this lesson, Carter, your presentation was fantastic. So I wonder if anybody else will get a shout out because I've noticed how neat their work is. Okay, so we're going to leave that to the side just for a moment. Okay, and I'm going to show you some sentences. I have written some sentences here. And it says, copy the sentences out in the correct column. And my column means either this side of my page or that side of my page. They're my two columns. Right, and we have number 1, 2, and number 3 is a challenge. I wonder who will do the challenge today. So number 1, we have 2 sentences because I can see 2 capital letters and 2 full stops. We live in Stoke-on-Trent. We lived in Stoke-on-Trent. I've got a past tense and a present tense sentence there, but which one is which? Okay, I think it's quite easy to find my past tense sentence, the one that has already happened. What clues did I look for? I looked for my verbs, so let's find our verbs. It's the doing word. Now living is doing something, so I found my verb. But what's so special about my verb here? I wonder who has noticed what's on the end of my verb. It's my ED. So what does that tell me? It's in the past tense. We lived in Stoke-on-Trent, okay? They used to live in Stoke-on-Trent. So that means that my present tense is we live in Stoke-on-Trent. So my past and my present. Okay, so I've helped you with the first one, and it is now your job in a moment to figure out which is your past tense sentence here and which is your present tense sentence. Okay, so you will write these in your books now. So for number 1, I found out that we lived in Stoke-on-Trent is my past tense sentence. So I'm going to write that sentence in my past tense column to show that that sentence is in past tense. So you will have the board up in front so that you can carefully copy your sentence. Now, I start with a capital letter. I'm going to start on my first line. Capital letter, we live. Ooh, is it we live or we lived? We lived. We lived in Stoke-on-Trent. Now, why does Stoke-on-Trent have capital letters? Because it is a name of a place. Well done if you got that correct. Stoke-on-Trent. Okay, so let me check my sentence. We lived in Stoke-on-Trent. I forgot my full stop. Okay, and I know that that is the past tense. And my present tense one is we live in Stoke-on-Trent. In Stoke-on... Oh, I haven't quite got enough room there, so I think I'm going to go on my second line. Trent. Full stop. Okay. So I hope to see your work presented lovely and neat, just like Carter's done. Okay, so like I said, you've got 1, 2 sentences in each question, and I want you to at least complete number 1 and number 2. Okay, and then number 3 is a bit of a challenge. So number 3 says, the sun rose this morning. The sun is rising. Rose and rising don't sound like each other, so I wonder which one's the past tense has already happened and which one is the present tense. Okay, so now it's your turn to write these in your book, year 3. Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing your sentences written out in your neatest handwriting. And then I will see you tomorrow for your last day of learning this week, and tomorrow will be a reading lesson. Okay, so I will see you then. Bye-bye.